Washington, D.C., United States President Donald Trump has delivered one of his most forceful public statements since the Middle East conflict escalated this weekend, claiming that U.S. and Israeli forces have devastated Iran's military capabilities. Speaking during a press briefing at the White House in Washington alongside German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, Trump asserted that Iranian military systems, including its Navy, Air Force, radar, and air defense infrastructure, have been effectively knocked out by the joint strikes. Trump emphasized that the aim of the U.S. and Israeli operation was to preempt a potential Iranian strike, and he rejected claims that Israel pressured Washington into the conflict. When asked if Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu or Israeli planning had forced the U.S. to act, Trump replied that if anything, he may have forced Israel's hand, arguing that Tehran was preparing to attack first. He described Iran's ruling regime as dangerous and stated that negotiations with Tehran had convinced him an attack on U.S. interests was imminent. The president's remarks contradicted comments from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who earlier suggested the U.S. struck Iran because it had intelligence indicating Israel planned its own offensive. Trump doubled down on the narrative that the U.S. decision was based on a broader threat assessment rather than pressure from an ally. Trump also acknowledged uncertainty about Iran's future leadership following the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei earlier in the conflict, saying that there was a risk that a new leader could be just as bad as the former one. The attacks have triggered widespread regional retaliation. Iran has launched missiles and drones not only toward Israeli territory but also across the Gulf, targeting U.S. military bases and allied states, raising concerns about the conflict widening further. Trump's comments come amid growing global unease about the longer-term consequences of the war for regional stability and world energy markets, as key Gulf shipping lanes and oil infrastructure have been affected by the crisis. European leaders, including Chancellor Merz, have voiced concern about the impact on energy trade and international diplomacy.